This is Heather Brown's video reflection for the course Advanced Design of Instructional Media through the American College of Education. I created a course for my fellow educators at East Coloma Nelson Elementary School titled Creating Interactive Materials Using Google Slides, using Google Classroom. I am an extremely engaging teacher, and I want to make sure that engagement transfers to the online courses that I create. First, to make my courses engaging, I make sure to include my spunky personality. I may include little jokes or have humorous feedback to students. I would personally prefer to learn from someone with a bit of personality than a monotone robot. Students prefer to be actively engaged through interactive assignments as opposed to memorization. Hotspots are an excellent way to engage the learners. Throughout my course, the learners will need to click certain areas of the presentation that look like the Google Slide app. They cannot simply click to move on to the next slide. To ensure engagement, I also include some fun surprises in my courses. This could be anything from unbelievable statistics to funny clips. I like to keep the learners on their toes. There may even be one in this video. Finally, authentic assessment greatly improves students' behavioral engagement. These are assessments that learners can apply to their own lives. In my course, the learners can use the assessments in their virtual classrooms. Instructional designers are full of a variety of skills. First, they need to be knowledgeable about a variety of technology in order to be able to adapt. Knowing how different devices will handle the course will allow the instructor to help the course flow more smoothly. Next, designers must be able to create courses using scaffolding to help minimize cognitive load. This assists in setting up the layout of the course. Designers need to respond to feedback from peers. The peers may notice something that causes issues within the course that the designer fails to notice. Instead of taking the feedback as an insult, the designer should solve the problem and learn from the mistake. Finally, designers must be creative. They may be given a problem and need a unique way to solve it. I look at it as piecing a puzzle together. Some designs may need to be linear while others should be branched. It is important that the designer can use their creativity to help the course flow smoothly. While I am much more confident as an instructional designer and feel I have met all of the objectives, I feel like a few really stood out. First, I used a case study approach to design an e-learning module or course to address the needs of a target population. I am confident enough in it that I sent it to my administrators, and it will be sent out to the staff next week. I also applied theory and principles of learning and instructional design to the development of e-learning assessments by creating authentic assessments for my course. I know that I need to continue learning the variety of technology accessible to instructional designers. Creating my course caused me to become more familiar with Google, but I need to continue to dig deeper into Articulate 360 and am looking forward to trying out Camtasia. This was the first course I created that was not for a group of students in a classroom. While it did stretch me, I know my target audience personally. In the future, I want to create a course in which I am not a subject matter expert. This will force me to work closely with someone else who may not be familiar with instructional design. This will be a great way to practice more of a team approach. Hey, what happened to my tea? Typical life of a teacher. We can't sit still long enough to enjoy a nice hot cup of tea. These are the references that I used for this video.